I'm really starting to get these gaps coming around on this hood.
Black and dead, black and blue. The black and down and rocket issue American never issue. Black and dead, black and blue.
This was sticking up like up here for some reason, and I beat the living snot out of it with a hammer and it brought it down. This was folded out real far. A light hit with a hammer actually worked really good there. This one I cut the edge here to line it up a little better. That seemed to work out. There's a few things I don't like still. The hood isn't quite high enough in the back up to the cowl there, but it is the right height here and have a good gap. This lines up pretty good with the edge of the fender there. You'll see pretty nice straight line there. On this side, however, when it gets back to that fender, you can see it step in on that cowl. It's also a little dipped back from the hood here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this edge and cut this edge and bring this piece out a little bit, and hopefully we'll be able to do that without adding any metal in, but I might have to. You can see it all lines up pretty good right here actually, like it's perfectly level there, but it's down in a hole right there, so no reason to ask it why. We'll just fix it up. I kind of tacked that cowl piece in place there. You see we're lining up. And then I marked out the gap I want here so I can cut off this bit that's a little too close. There we are, all welded up. Now a little grind time. Alright, I'm doing pretty good. It's a little tight in the back where we didn't mess with it, but looks pretty good. All these parts from different vehicles, you think you're going to be good because the individual piece was clean, but you find out different things about them as you go. A lot of work no matter how you go about it. Back on the flex truck today. Last night I took this fender off and I was surprised to see that this piece was in good condition. Real happy about that. It's not rusted out because its corresponding piece was rusted out. It's probably because it's a double layered piece. A lot of times that tends to rust, especially on pieces that were welded together, because the heat from the weld will melt off anything that was in between there to protect from corrosion, if there was anything, and tends to lend it to easier rusting. Same thing, double layered, so we got some rust. So we'll have to cut out these sections, clean up the backing, and weld some pieces in there. I keep on thinking that these pieces that are painted this burnt orange are good because somebody repainted them. I figured they must have got a decent part, but it's just real hammered here. I think it got a hard kachaka right there, and then it has this long dent here, long dent here. And this pushed in real hard and actually rippled up this center section, rippled up this back section. So I metalworked this for about 3 hours yesterday, just trying to get it back to close, and it's okay. I still might work it a little bit more. It's close enough for filler, but I like things to be done pretty well. Alright, that piece cleaned up okay, not great, but good enough, I think. Let's make ourselves one of these. Alright, we're looking pretty good here. Nice and tight. Got a little bit of a gap there, but I'm not concerned. We'll go ahead and mark this piece out on our panel here, cut the panel to fit the piece, and then weld her in. Okay, we got our piece started to go in. Just doing one tack at a time. I'm letting it cool a little bit here. Those spots are from tacking it inside on that little inner brace. We're also going to have to drill the hole for our fender to bolt into our little step plate. And yeah, tack, cool, tack, cool, tack, cool. Got our piece welded and ground. Turned out really nice, if I don't say so myself. Now I cut out that top layer of rust on this guy. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I'll just cut it here and replace that piece. No reason to weld down two sides, just cut here and weld down the one side. I'm not really liking what I'm finding here, and this inside piece ends here, so I think I might cut back here a little bit and cut this piece out, make a new inside piece, and then I'll make the new outside here. That's nasty. Got our two pieces here, one's a little skinnier, that goes on the top there. Just dropped on the floor. Put that one in there. Marked our hole already for our bolt. As we come around the back of the fender here, we're down on the lower portion behind the rear tire, and we're playing the game that everybody loves, what's underneath that filler. So we'll just start making pieces. Made a little paper template and then made our actual piece here, and it's gonna work out pretty well, I think. Just cut out our old and weld in our new. Get a little paint on the inside there, try to keep it from doing this again. Here's our finished product. Turned out pretty good. Gonna go ahead and test fit it on the truck and move on to other things.
Black and dead, black and blue. The black and down and rocket into American government. Black and dead, black and blue.